Wolf Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. This month's scent of the month is sweet pea, so you can get 25% off anything that is sweet pea scented. So come on by and check that out. Get a good deal. We have other items on sale, so look at our specials page and see what you can get at a discount. Otherwise, we got lots of great stuff. Discounted or not, it's all good. Fuji's here to say hi.
Say hi, Fuji.
Yeah, I know.
So, welcome to new viewers. Thank you for coming and checking us out, and hope you enjoy it. And welcome back to returning viewers.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm sorry.
We're just, getting things off on a bumpy road here.
Yeah,
so
we're just tongue twisted.
Get things underway here.
So, farm happenings.
Farm happenings. Well, why don't you start? You had an interesting week. So.
Yeah, I judged at the fair, our local Antelope Valley Fair, and I came home with such a bad migraine. I mean, I think it's one of the worst migraines. I mean, I came in, I immediately walked right to the bedroom, laid down. Jimmy's like, I just said migraine. And he's like shutting all the blinds and I go, ice pack, all day. I mean, all day. Because a lot of the judges are elderly and they bathe in perfume. And they hug me. And it stays with me for days. I mean, I shower, I immediately went and showered trying to get the smell off.
Yeah. I don't know, because scents don't normally bother you that bad. But
lady perfume scents.
Yeah. But.
So, yeah. So I was out of commission all day after that. And it's, I guess our fairgrounds is usually run by the state, so different things can go further on, and now it's not, and there weren't as many entries this year, and what was entered.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the very first thing that came to me was a knitted blanket, and I didn't even have to touch it. I mean, for one, it smelled dirty, and my nose does not work all that well to begin with. And then there were foxtails on it, just peeling off. I mean, dirt, and I'm like,
wear rubber gloves when you're handling it.
Yeah, I didn't want to touch it, I mean, you could tell it had been so used. And I'm like, really? You're entering this in to be judged, to be critiqued and
displayed during the fair.
Yeah. And this isn't like it'd been sitting around. I mean, the peeling, you could tell just that. And there were quite a few that way. But, yeah.
Yeah. So, for those that enter in the fair, consider that this is, you're...
You are technically supposed to not have used it.
Yeah. But, like I said, all the same, you're competing. So, I mean, at least do your best to make it as presentable as possible and... because it will be on display with your name when they have, the fair event, so...
Yeah, we don't see the name until...
Yeah, when you're judging, you don't know who you're judging, but, I mean, when they put it out there on display, your name's going to go along with it. So, do your best, to have it show well,
But I'm just shocked at what people enter. It's trouble shock, too.
Yeah, so you go back to the Olympics are finishing up, right? And you think if you had Olympic, they try really hard to do their best. Yeah. And think of the fair. This is a competition just like the Olympics. So you try your best to do, to really go the extra effort to make sure that it's presentable, so. Yeah,
we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
No police activity this year.
Yeah, well, the fair out here has been going for years, since like 1930 something. They've had or even maybe earlier than that. I've been involved in it
since I was itty bitty.
It's been a big thing out in the Antelope Valley here, And several years back, they actually closed the old fairgrounds and came out with a new one that was closer to the freeway. So the facilities are all new. It lost all of its old charm and stuff. And ever since they moved there, it really hasn't had the same
country feel.
You know, it didn't have the same appeal. And just, you know, the old one was the old, you know, had all the different, you know, I don't know. It just seems different since they moved there. So, and, you know, it is, granted, the competition
and stuff.
I know Kari,
you know, Kagi TM would understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, because she was brought up out here, you know, so it's...
Yeah, it's just, it used to have this, it had this whole atmosphere, and it was really nice, and the new place,
you know?
Granted it's all new buildings, but it's, you know, the cinder block and steel roofs and no trees, and it's just really, you know, I'm sure in 20 years when trees grow and there's shade and, you know, because they have it in the middle of August. The hottest time in the high desert. It is 110 degrees out here, and there are no trees out there to get shade. And, you know, that's one thing, but enough of my rant. I'll get off my get off my soapbox. But
wow.
How do you really feel?
So another thing on the farm this week is Farmer Jim was petting on the turkeys, and he felt something on one of their chests, on Mad Eye Moody's chest. So then he went and touched Squidward's chest. And
no, he went out and he's like, Dad, I think you better come over here. I think Squidward got into some wire or something. So he's got wire tangled up in his feathers. I'm like, oh really? I wonder how, you know. So he brings him over and we're looking. I'm like, Jimmy, that's attached. So I go, like, go get the other turkey. Come to find out, turkeys have beards. Believe it or not, we had to Google that. That was, you know, I'm like, no, this is attached, Jimmy. That ain't going.
It's on their chest.
Yeah, it's like
not beard.
Yeah, but it's like a wiry hair. I mean, it's really wiry.
It's nasty.
And these things are supposed to grow the older they get and stuff.
I think you should try to put up a picture of what it's.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Disgusting.
I mean, there's some pictures on Google. You Google turkey beards and you'll see some pictures. But I mean, it was interesting. These are our first turkeys, so you know, you learn something new every day. But
yeah, learning.
So yeah, mainly it's the males, but I guess in some cases females can have these as well. So I think that confirms that we have two male turkeys, Squidward and Mad Eye. So. Which is fine. I mean,
well, she's a hairy girl.
So, yeah, that was our discovery this week. So, just to let you guys know. Just because I knew you were wanting to know about that. So.
Well, we didn't have no idea. Did you all know there's turkey beards?
I'm sure people that have turkeys knew. But, yeah, they know what we're talking about, too. So, but I'll have to try and get a picture of Mad Eye or Squidward's beard there. It's freaky.
So I wanted to mention the prizes for Our Lady Edith hadn't been claimed, so I wanted to mention her name again. She's Joyce in Ohio, Jaselzer. So wanted to mention that about prizes.
Yeah, basically we do the drawing first on our episode, and we'll give it a week for you to hear your name, so you're kind of surprised who won and stuff. So if you hear your name, get in touch with us so that we can send you get the prize, you know, get all the information that we need to send that on to you, whether it's a gift certificate or pattern or whatever the case may be. But, you know, if we don't hear from you in a week, then we'll go ahead and, you know, send a message through Ravelry or something to let you know. But, you know, let us know so we can get those out to you. You know, we don't want to hold on to them for you, but, you know, so you need to let us know where we're sending it so we can send it, so.
And then I wanted to mention this past week's RAP, R-A-P, which is Random Appreciation Prize. I'll let you guys know who it went to because I just send them. Because I want you to, just random surprise. And the first one was Limnit Crochet. That's Lauren. She has the Limnit Crochet podcast, and she's also a toy designer. And she won the $5 Wolf Farm gift certificate this week. And then the second prize went which was a giftable pattern on Ravelry, $5 giftable pattern, and that was Joanna, and that's Joanna Springs. Joanna Spring. I always put the S and I get it. I could never link her and I just mess up. Joanna Spring. She's not got an S. But she does have the knit Spin Farm podcast. So
congratulations.
I've already sent them their things this week, and then next week, don't know who. I do use a random number generator, so, you know, my big thing was for you, involvement.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, how, but, involvement, so.
Yeah. So you could be rewarded
Yep.
for your effort.
Yeah, so being involved in the Ravelry group and, that kind of stuff. So that was really fun to send that out. So we're going to be doing this why we're doing this is for our podiversary, because I wanted something different instead of just one big Prize-a-Palooza thing.
Spread it out.
Make
it fun.
So each week of the month of August, we're going to be rapping ya. And everybody was like expecting us to be doing a rap.
We don't rap on the farm. Well, you did last week.
I did a little bit.
I had to do a little remix of that section there, and
because Hot Pink Socks said she was on her porch and she listened to it 3 times. I won't say what she's doing. So, but yeah, she said she was just totally cracking up and.
Yeah, you're just entertaining the audience.
Things just come to me. You never know what's going to pop out of my head. That's why Kyra Kitty, she makes sure she never drinks, eats, or,
Does her treadmill with someone?
No, treadmill is loony hiker.
Oh, okay. You fall off your treadmill because you
warning labels.
Throw out something funny.
So, did I get all that? Yep.
I think so.
Okay, so in the coop.
In the coop.
I worked on my West Knits, which is no longer a mystery. It's the Rockefeller shawl. But if you haven't seen it and you don't want to see it, don't look.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's over. This is clue 2, almost clue 2. I think I have 7 more rows to go. Because y'all know I was plucked by my Rockefeller.
Had to put it in reverse.
Yeah, so almost. Ooh, that made noise. This is clue 2 from here to here, and here's my Dicky Doo. So I did quite a bit on this. I also got castonitis this week a little bit for a day. This part, the spectra-y looking part, is clue 1. So, and I've peeked on all 4 clues, so I know what's coming up. This is done in Cakewalk Yarns in the Peppermint Bark colorway. And I haven't mentioned anything for a month or so now. Rosa and I have been in the works about something for October. And she PM'd me this week of one of the for October. It's going to be a surprise. So once we get the things more hashed out, so something is coming in October
in the works
that we've been working on together, and it's so cool. So especially if you love Cakewalk Yarns too, you're going to love this. And then this is the Knit Picks Gloss in Burgundy is the second color, and that's done on size. It's upside down. I thought it was 4, but now 3.
Oh.
Size 3. Size 3. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Interchangeable sharps, which I love, love, love them. And this is in my Randy silver pumpkin bag. So.
Awesome.
Yep. And then the castonitis started.
Okay, where to begin?
Yeah, and I have a finished object too. This is the Laura Linneman pattern, My Hope. Of course, I don't have the picture. I've been showing it every week though. My Hope by Laura Linneman, Lala Knits, and she's also having a knit along this month of August. This is for the Make-A-Wish fundraiser that Lynn Zim is having, which I've been mentioning since she started it. And you can donate money for the Make-A-Wish at knittingtriathlete.blogspot.com. Where I'm adding in all of our notes all into one. And I'm doing this in the fiber seed sprout in the birthday bougainvillea. Bougainvillea? Is that how you say it?
Bougainvillea?
Bogan?
I don't know.
Bogan.
I don't know. Someone will correct us. Of course, we won't be able to pronounce it because it'll probably be on Ravelry, and we'll have to read it there too.
So that's the yarn. That was a birthday gift from Kimberly Sock Bunny. And I just had to start it. I just felt this uncontrollable urge. So I did start it so I could get it going. And this is done on size 5s.
Yeah, you see the knit, the pattern here in the knit.
Yeah.
She's reading the pattern and asking me how she thinks I should do it. I'm like, you're asking the wrong person.
It was late at night. I'm tired, and I'm like, what does she mean by put it on? You know, which one am I supposed to put on the cable needle? And
yeah, I'm like,
and I'm looking at
put it away.
And I'm like,
put it away. Do something else.
But I knew once I said it out loud, it would click.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
I'm like, I am not the go-to person on that question.
Funky and fun. All her patterns are, I love her patterns. So, and this, I completely forgot to put it on the market.
Oh, well.
Well, this is to market, but I'm going to yap about it now because I'm messing up all our show notes.
You never follow that anyway, so.
This, I couldn't wait. This is more the Squeal Like a Pig too.
Yeah, it's all, you're covering all of our segments here.
So, I had found this fabric on Etsy, and I fell in love with it. Because you always tell me I'm stubborn as a mule.
Imagine that.
And my favorite colors are pink and green. And I found this fabric, and I'm like, how perfect is that? This is bird leg bags, so I contacted Vicki of Bird Leg Bags, and I'm like, Vicki, can you make me this bag? And so she got the fabric. Isn't it cute? But even better, look at this. Look
on the little pool.
At the pool. It's a little donkey. Because we don't want an explicit tag. Isn't that the cutest? And then, of course, she has the awesome inside fabric that has the same little droplets, but in the green to match the green boots. So yeah, I couldn't wait to get something in it. And of course, did you notice the yarn matches the bag? So,
yeah, I know when you're anxious for that to arrive.
Yeah.
So.
Because that is so cute. Look at the cute little donkey. And Purple Haze, Susan of Desert Vista Dye Works said right down the street from her, that's not showing up, is a mini donkey. They make real little mini donkeys. And of course I had to Google this, and in Santa Barbara they have a farm that's...
No new animals.
Wouldn't that be so cute?
Mini
Plus I love the sound they make.
I'll buy you a DVD. Yeah, I'll buy.
It's so cute. And I have it. I told him I have its name. I want a boy.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm
where I'm going fishing up in Bishop next weekend, they have an event called Mule Days, and so they bring up all the mules. They have a whole a week-long thing where it's instead of a horse show, it's a mule show. Everybody brings their mules up, so I'll take you up to that when they have the next Mule Days, and you can.
But I want one here.
And go
they
there,
also have little mini cows in Arizona where Susan is, but I don't want a mini cow. I can't do nothing with no cow.
Can't do nothing with a donkey, mule.
You beat my pet.
Look at the cow.
I don't want a cow pet.
No cow pet. No mule pet. No new animals. At least with the alpacas, you could actually do something with the fiber.
I can enjoy the.
I'm just waiting to find the.
Sound.
I'm just waiting for the pink and the green alpacas to show up so that I can buy them.
So what else is on? Well, I have something on the hook. I've been hooking it. This is. I put it in my bird leg bags monster bag just because I like the bags. This is done in Bernat baby coordinates. It's stuff I do a lot of baby stuff in.
Because that's soft, right? That's
It's
soft
very
and washable.
soft, yeah. And this is on size H 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. These are my crochet hooks that I don't break. They're Brittany.
Yeah, say it doesn't. They got a fancy handle on them. Anyway.
Yeah, it's so pretty. And this is a preemie blanket for the 3 Stitches podcast preemie drive. And I started this. This is the Wee Irish chain. It's just something that's I've known. I was taught. It's ingrained in my brain. So it's just something easy. I don't even have to think about it.
Sit there
and so it's a triangle shape. So you go for however long,
however big you want it, and then you start
and then
coming
you
back
decrease. So this is for that, and I might as well talk a little bit about that right now. I mentioned it last week, and I will be mentioning it probably every week until it's over, which you have to have your blankets in before October 14th. They can be 30 by 30. The hospital, the El Paso, Texas, there went the twang, Children's Hospital will accept 18 by 18 and 24 by 24, but they really prefer the 30 by 30. And really, once you get that far, it ain't much more anyways. So.
Well, if you're crocheting, and then crocheting a lot quicker anyways too, when you can get those done.
So this is preemie blankets. You can send along preemie hats too, but they're really, really in dire need of preemie blankets. And the knitters up there, they can't keep up with the demand that is needed. And you can contact Knit a Little, and that's Michelle on Ravelry, because that's who you will be sending the blankets to. We've donated some gift certificates as prizes for their contest. And also, this is so important to us that I think we're even going to open a thread in the group. And just to give you guys a little bit more incentive, if before you mail your blanket to them, post just a picture, and we'll do prizes too within our group, just to
kind of give an extra
push and
give extra incentive to have you go out and do one.
Yeah, and you can contact any of them to get their address. You can contact Catherine, which is TARDIS Traveler 42, or Lindsay, who is knitting Doink. Doink, doink, doink. See, I got to do it too. Just to make this a little bit more real and what you're actually knitting for, I thought I'd show a few pictures of what the babies look like. They will actually assign the blanket to the baby within the NICU. So if they're allowed to be taken out of their incubator, the mom can wrap them up to keep them warm, because they have to be kept warm. Then they will be sterilized again and laid on top of their incubator. Sometimes they even have blankets underneath to give them a little bit more cushion. This is actually Jimmy, Farmer Jim. This is 2 days after he was born. And as you can see, booties, you can see the IVs are in the foot. So booties are not really, they don't use them. Hats, they do to a point. As you can see in that picture, he doesn't have a hat yet. It's more once they're not needing the
Yeah, and Jimmy was a big preemie. He actually was one of the largest that was there. He was
4 pounds 13 ounces at just made 30
weeks. So
because he would have been a 10 to 12 pound baby.
He would have been huge if he had.
And that's what helped him survive. Also, besides all the stuff they were injecting.
Don was actually had issues from almost the get-go, and they said that caused him to develop quicker. So I think when he was born, it was all of those issues kind of helped in a sense that it made him develop quicker.
Yeah.
But he, like I said, even at 30 weeks, he was almost 5 pounds, and he was in comparison to the other preemies that were in there, he was one of the big ones.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times they're 1 pound.
Yeah,
2
there was some
pounds.
real.
Yeah.
But like I said, the need is there. I mean,
here's another picture. As you can see, he has wasn't that a breathing thing?
it's a respirator.
Yeah. So, when they have those kinds of things on, they can't even have the hats. But these incubators are temperature controlled.
Yeah, and everything's sterilized there. So when we walk in, when we would go walk in to visit him, we had to scrub up and basically get in an outfit
gowns,
and
hats.
Yeah, you had to really scrub your hands as if you're going
for
into surgery.
3 minutes.
They had a whole rules.
Yeah, you had to,
So
I just thought seeing some pictures would make it a little bit, what it looks
really
like. 'Cause a lot of
understanding
people don't. Unless you've been in that situation, you've never seen a preemie, or what a incubator is.
Yeah, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, sounded like a chicken thing all of a sudden. But, yeah.
So no, that's like you say. This was something that we went through, and so we understand that the need is out there, and everything that you do for that is going to touch someone's life in a positive way. And so, we really want to help get the word out and have you guys, if you can, do something that'll help someone else. And like I said, we'll start our own thread to kind of give an extra prizes there, and you can get prizes on
3 stitches.
3 stitches thread as well. But anything to help. Because there's a need. We do stuff for our local hospital too, and then
because when Jimmy was born, they didn't have any of the knitted stuff. Once I learned how to knit, I actually started it at our local hospital. Also, I started the kangaroo care, which kangaroo care is where the baby is laid against the mother. So it helps them develop faster. And I had gotten all the research and stuff for the doctors and got that started at our local hospital. So
yeah, the doctor that heads up the NICU, the preemie thing, he was really good. They have a annual get together at the hospital for all the people that went through the the NICU there to come back, and they really have a good program up there. And so I know Don's continually sending stuff up there, but if you're touched by this for the El Paso, consider also your local hospital, because I'm sure they have the same shortage of things. I know El Paso, they run out as soon as they get a batch up there, but consider helping out at your local one as well, because it will definitely impact someone's life in a positive way. So.
See, I didn't get too down today.
No.
Wasn't Dawn downer today. So, flown the coop.
She's forgetting about. I'm not being noisy enough, because I have in the coop.
You have in the coop.
I have in the coop. I squeal like the pig. It's like a pig, like the pig. And I think we can get that. I am working on my wide ribbed beanie, which you guys have seen continuously, but Dawn surprised me with my own personal knitting bag that came in the mail today. We have fun, don't we?
And the bag is from Little Lippy U Designs, and she's Lindsay on Ravelry. Well, that's her real name. She's Little Lippy U on Ravelry, and her shop is littlelippyu.com. www.bigcartel.com, and I'll have it linked in the show notes. So,
So,
but I thought that was just perfect.
yeah, that's the man's knitting bag right there. So because I've been feeling bad that I haven't paid enough attention to my hat, I actually did really kind of button down and put some work into it this week. So this is how far I have gotten on the hat. And you see, there's my dicky do. I had that much done last week. I've got about a little over 8 inches done so far. And so I'm getting to the point where I'm going to actually start rounding off the top. I'm getting concerned that I'm going to have enough yarn because the pattern calls for 164 yards, and I'm using
186.
Yeah, I'm using Dancing Dog Dye Work. I'll throw up the tag here. And the Tweedy Aran base and coffee colorway. But there's 183 yards here. It calls for 164 here, but if you want to
added the brim.
There's a brim. If you want to have the fold-up brim, you add an extra 3 inches, but they don't tell you how much yardage it's going to take. So I'm like, getting concerned that I'm going to run out of yarn right about the top, then I'll have a chimney opening. But it's coming along. Yeah, an air vent, but it's coming along, so, not too much more. Hopefully I'll have this flown the coop next week, and I'll be starting on the shawl. What is it?
Zuzu's pedal.
Yeah, but there was a shawl cowl. Yeah, shawl cowl. But yeah, so I actually did spend some time with my knitting this week.
Must be those Haya shorts.
Yeah, it's the Hayas. I'm getting my knitting mojo on.
Yeah.
And definitely the Hayas haven't hurt, so. But yeah, so it's coming along. I haven't run into too many issues. I think there's been a couple times that I've had an issue, but
yeah,
you're there usually
you're starting to really learn how to back it up yourself too.
Yeah. So yeah, it hasn't, like before last week's podcast. I think we had to back up almost a row and a half to because I had done something got funky, but I'm catching it a lot quicker and fixing it. So that's coming along. So hopefully next week I'll have something that flies the coop.
It's flown the coop. Guess what flew the coop? Molly the traveling turtle. Yay! This had gone into timeout for a little bit because this gray this is all done in hand spun, but this gray is very hairy, and so it sticks. So you were constantly having to really grip your needles, and
you're using small needles on that. And
yeah, size 4, and this is a heavy worsted weight. I know there's no such thing. It wasn't bulky, but yet it was heavy worsted weight. I made it. It's hand spun, so it's my own name. Yeah. So
call it whatever you want.
When I first did it, Molly had her head in her butt. Literally. I had put it on the wrong end because you were supposed to put her head on the bind off. It'd help if I read the pattern. This is a pattern by Jenna Krupar, Retro Lemon of the Retro Lemon podcast. Her patterns are wonderful. Read them. It helps. So I took her head off and I put it on the right spot because it wouldn't have mattered, but I know it. I said, look at that, there's his little tail and his little feetsies. And she had to have a bow. So, yep, this is going to go on my hearth and so she can stare at me. So, yep, super cute. I didn't change anything other than I used hand spun, but yeah. So it's so cute. And this was my Ravelinic, I had 3 Ravelinic projects. Today's the last day of the Ravelinics, guys. Yeah. Oh. That's why James is wearing his Olympic...
my Olympic shirt with a little...
schmeagle.
Yeah, schmeagle.
My precious.
Little movie humor there for you, you know.
Yeah, I think Lauren ordered one of them too. I got this from QWERTY.com or something like that. I found the link on Ravelry, and I didn't realize it was from New Zealand or Ireland. Ireland.
Yeah.
A long time. And I'm like, oh man, it's got to come. At least it came for the last day.
Yep.
Here. But remember, because this is for the Knittables, Team Knittables, but also if you want to metal, you need to put it in the Ravelinic thread under, like this is the toy toss. So you need to go put it there too, so then you get your little medal. And I know that hasn't been told on any of the podcasts. And I've done this for 2 or 3 Olympics. So you need to go put it in there. You put in the name of the project. You link it to your project name, your project page. You put what team, if you're on a team, and the date and time you finish. And then, they will medal you and you'll get ear burned. And so just makes it a little bit funnier. You're already doing it, so.
Get some.
Yeah. Also, the Ravelinic, I'm doing so good saying it right, pins, because they have commemorative pins. I have one on 2010 and 2008 on my button monster. And this year they're doing it by pre-order. Those ones... They
ordered first, and then whoever bought them. So
they are doing it pre-order. So if you want that, you can go into the Ravelry shop. And I got hand-spun Molly Fuzz on my nose. So I haven't done any spinning at all.
No, I thought I heard you spinning the other day.
Maybe
that was Fuji. Maybe Fuji came out with spinning for you. You have talented dogs here.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have said Sadie was so good last week. She's peed on my bed 3 times this week. I've had to change them sheets. And then yesterday, I'm doing yoga.
Oh.
She comes over, and she's a girl dog. She's a girl dog. Did you hear that? She's a girl dog. She hiked on my yoga mat as I'm doing yoga.
Well, we were having a thunderstorm at the time, so she was probably afraid of the thunder and lightning and all that.
Hiking on my yoga mat as I'm doing yoga. At least she didn't get it on me.
Yeah.
Little side note there. Farm happening.
Farm happenings, yeah.
So, Shawl Show. This is 198 Yards of Heaven, and this is Cascade 220 prints. I think it said paints, though, and I put prints, but I think it's paint, 220 paint. And obviously it's 220. This is 198 Yards of Heaven shawl, because Jimmy had gotten me this yarn for Mother's Day a couple years ago. Last year.
220, is that wool?
And so I wanted to find something that I could make really pretty out of it, since he got it for Mother's Day. And so yeah, it's a fun quick, if you don't have 198 yards, I mean, it'd be a great hand spun pattern, and it's quick. It would be a great quick gift. Sorry, I just feel like I'm
just elbow me.
So yeah, and I did have someone ask how I would wear it, and am I doing it again? I'm sorry. A lot of times, because we don't really get that cold out here, I'll just, with the long sleeve t-shirt, most of the times I wear it like this. It's pretty much, just to keep your neck warm. This is a smaller one, so it's a shawlette, or you can, just let it go. You can also, the little thingies here to help, you can either pin it, or if they're a little bit long, you can just have someone pin it for you, and it looks more, what is that called? Shrug. So that's another way I'll wear them. I'm surprised this one fit around like that, because it's awfully tiny. So, thought I would do a quick share of that. Too dang hot to be wearing them right now.
Yeah.
In some of the earlier podcasts, I usually have something on that I've made. So.
Good job.
yeah, that was it. I have no idea what size needles I used for that. No. So, squeal like a pig. Squeal like a pig. This week, wowee. I commented on Plurk that Froggy Monkey and Megan of the Stockinette Zombie, by watching those podcasts, we even get enabled. I'm getting the sweater bug. And I'm like, I want to knit a sweater so bad. Even though I have a February lady in there that only needs probably half of the arms. Because I know I'd started on the arms. But the sweaters, I was quite a bit bigger when I started that. I was like 40 pounds bigger when I started that. So it's going to be just an around-the-house sweater. Anyways.
Time to start
Megan,
some sweaters. Huh?
Just Run It, gifted me the vodka lemonade by Baby Cocktails. Because she wants me to get the sweater bug like she has. And I've already ordered the yarn. See, I've bitten hard. But that was just so sweet. And she's Stockinette Zombie. Megan of the Stockinette Zombies. I don't know if I said that. I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that.
So, yeah, it was just, I was shocked. That was so sweet of her. But yeah, this is a really cute pattern. So I can't, thank you, Megan.
Yeah. Well,
Can't
hopefully
wait.
you get your yarn in, and then you can, another thing cast on for one of your...
I know, I just need another project.
Use one of your larger project bags for that, because I think you ordered five things of yarn, right?
I might just need to order another big project bag
Yeah,
like that medium-sized pug bag by Birdland Bags.
Not that you've been
No, I haven't been
window
shopping.
huh?
No, I'm really wanting that bag. And then knittables for my, I was shocked because I got a couple for my Potiversary gifted to me, and I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be the one now giving gifts.
Prize,
so I was
yeah.
like shocked. But knittables, we all know how sweet she is. Diane gifted me the Liam the Linky Robot, which is the Jenna Krupar pattern. Jenna just made her twin boys these for their birthday this weekend. So cute. So thank you, Diane. And then another Potiversary gift was from Apple Blossom SF. And she gifted me Apple Blossom of the Apple Blossom and You podcast, Sarah, the Herbology shawl. And I have the perfect sunshine yarns for this, and it's called Polyjuice Potion.
See the tie-in there?
Oh, yeah. You know I've got to tie this stuff in, you guys. So thank you. This is Kyla Hurst pattern. So thank you, Sarah. And then Michelle Strickland 66. She gifted me a pattern belated birthday gift, and she's our red light knitter.
She knits when she stops at the red lights.
Yeah. And she gifted me a Wendy D. Johnson pattern, Japanese garden shawl. Which I have some yarn that Fiberfile did for the Japanese when they had that bad earthquake.
The tsunami?
Yeah. So I'm hoping the yardage would be just right for that. I hadn't checked yet. But I thought since it's Japanese, you know.
No need to explain. We know.
If you've been here long enough, you know my quirky, and you know how I put stuff, the project with the yarn and stuff, kind of rubbing off on other podcasters.
They're starting to see the brilliance in that plan, huh?
Knitting Den does it now, and Knitting Aderzina, she's starting to reorganize all her stuff.
Because it's no longer a stash. It's actually projects waiting to happen.
Yeah.
And then you can justify buying more yarn for it, huh?
And then on the Knittin' in the Sun podcast, I won one of her drawings, and she gifted me the Wasabi, the Gregarious Pug. And this will be done in Sadie colors. Because she's a mug. And then I was also gifted a gorgeous pattern by Kimberly. Yes, Kimberly. And she's Kimberlolly of the Giving Flower podcast she just released her awareness in ribbons and lace. And she's Kimberly Gintar. And this is just, let me show you the picture first. Gorgeous. And that's Kimberly. She looks so beautiful in this. It's just gorgeous. And if you look on Ravelry at this pattern, it's going to say $10. Read her notes section, which will look just like this, because she had to put it on there for $10 because of some reason. The pattern actually costs $5. In order to get it to work, she had to list it higher. You donate $3 or more to cancer research, which she has a link on that page, which is the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. You click that link, you donate $3, or if you want to do more, and it makes the pattern only $2 because with your receipt, it comes with a code. So, and if you do buy it for $10, she will donate as much of that money to the institute as she can, once PayPal fee and Ravelry fees are deducted. So, but she has a whole step-by-step process of how to get it, the correct amount. And and I know Knitting Den and Knit Nerd Podcast in October are both doing a Pinktober. So if you knit something pink, for breast cancer research, and this would be perfect,
Yeah, for because this pattern has the ribbon, the pink ribbon in the design, which is...
And the ribbon road. So it has the cancer ribbon, which symbolizes banding together to fight the disease. Then the next one is called Ribbon Road, and the path we take to find a cure. The lace diamonds represent how valuable life is and how we need to cherish every moment. So, please go over and, it's beautiful. Even if you gifted this to someone, it's just... So I'll probably be mentioning this for a couple weeks, because just to help her promote this, and the construction is just gorgeous, and she has it so you can use different yarns, worsted weight, fingering weight, so there's different weights that you can, so cool. I need a drink. So I'm going to picking you on the farm.
You're going to pick me on the farm?
I'm going to pick you on the farm, honey.
Okay. Well, the Squeal I had a Squeal like pig, but I already covered that with my knitting bag. So, and my T-shirt, of course. My Olympic T-shirt. Picking on the farm. Okay. We are doing the Fibers Art thread 2 weeks ago. Last week I had mentioned I had ordered the Vista prints. And those came in this last week, and so I wanted to kind of talk about what I do with those, so I mentioned quite a few episodes back about using Vistaprints to print up pictures as art, to put on your wall. So I wanted to kind of show you how they come in from Vistaprints, and then what my process is to actually frame and hang them. So basically, I'm not gonna you got to hold the other end. But basically, on the Fibers Art thread, I have my picture of the lollipops yarn that I done kind of in the Warhol style. But the print came in. This is printed on vinyl. These are actually Vistaprints prints these up for like the advertising you see in businesses on the signs and stuff that they hang outside. And so a lot of times, the Wolf Farm behind us, that's kind of where these, I think their marketing tends to go is towards the business. But after I had our Wolf Farm one, I thought, oh, that's a great idea. So anyway, so I've got these hanging throughout the
So what size is this?
This is actually the small banner. This is pretty large, but this is their small banner, and I think you can order these for about $13. I think is what they have, but they always have sales, and you know they're always they're always sending me stuff in my inbox about the different sales they have. So you may be able to get 1 or 2 for $13. The price isn't that big of a deal when you consider how much it costs if you go to Walmart to get an 8x10 printed up. So they ship it in a tube or a box rolled up. And in order to hang this on your wall, you need to make a frame for it. And there's probably, you know, a dozen or more ways that you could actually put this up on your wall. I tend to I'll make a frame and frame these without a like a picture frame around it. These basically hang on the wall. So basically, I make up these wooden frames. See, here's one that's ready to go for one of the other pictures. But this is cut out to size for the picture and then glued together. So it's pretty rigid. And then you stretch your vinyl over this, and I staple it to the back. And I have an example of one already done. So this is the picture I showed you, the vinyl. And then you can see along the back, it's just stapled to the wood. So it holds it, it's pretty taut, and then you can hang this from your wall. I make the frames out of basically pine wood, and then I make a tongue and groove joint on there. And then those connect together.
Like a puzzle.
Yeah, and it holds it in a 90-degree angle. Glue it up.
You getting fancy.
Yeah.
90-degree angle.
You glue it up into a whole frame, and then once it dries, then you can do your, lay the canvas and cross and stuff. So that's basically how I do it. I think you can buy different ways. They do this for painting. Painters have the canvas, and they can get the frames to stretch their own canvas. You may be able to get that stuff at the craft store like Michael's, but I do this myself because I've got the woodworking equipment and stuff. So that's basically how I do it. Get your mind thinking about, oh yeah, maybe you can make your own, or go to the store and buy it, print up some pictures, and decorate your walls with something that one of your fiber is art pictures. The frame that I just showed that hasn't been mounted yet is actually going to be for the my knitting needle picture, which will go in Dawn's craft room. And so, just thought I would show that and give you guys some ideas about actually using the Vistaprints vinyl signs to do your art. So. And
it's been really fun seeing what you guys.
Back to the thread. You guys, you got some people. Some of you are entering things that are, straight pictures that you've done. You got some people doing some digital manipulation, and it's fun to see.
Well, it's an app. You're talking about sock bunnies.
No, but there's several of them. There was one earlier that her husband had done some digital manipulation to, and I think she said she has it actually mounted on the wall. But these are, it's really neat to see that let the creative juices flow. What can you do that to make it out of art? But there's a lot of different things, and I don't want to really, single out anyone to keep it. They're all great. Like I said, everybody's kind of got their own level of experience with doing this. So if you're a beginner and you try something new, great. If you're experienced and you put me to shame with what you do, great. It's all, the idea is just to have fun with it and try and think about art in a different sense of other than what you're just.
Why I mentioned Sock Bunny is because it's an app. It's called
Percolator
app.
Yeah, I saw that I saw what she had done, and there's apps that do that, and Photoshop has different filters that you can do and whatnot. So, anyways, but I thought because I got those in, I would show you kind of what I do. If you have questions about how I do the framing, you know, or if you kind of get a sense for what I'm doing, but need some more, you know, maybe some instruction or something, let me know. You can contact me through Ravelry, or put it in the thread, or what, you know, whatever. Like I said, you can get in touch with me, and I don't mind giving you some advice on how to set that up, and you know, and make a frame for yourself and hang it on the wall. Brighten up your wall.
Yep. So in the arena, I've already mentioned, you know, a couple of the charities. I did want to mention Two Knitlet Chicks still doing the Mother Bear. Brenda Castile, she's good stuff on Ravelry, is still donating proceeds of her pattern sales to through the month of August to the Cancer Society. I already mentioned Kimberly. I did want to give a shout out to Angel Mom 30, which is Sandy, and she is our spokesman for the Stitches Midwest going on this weekend, and she had put a little bit in there, and I go, oh, you are now officially, you got to tell us what you're seeing.
You put her on the hook to do some.
And it's really cool because it's under last week's thread, and she went through the, you know, classes and, you know, design, you know, she's seen a lot of color affections, and so it was really cool, and I want to thank you, Sandy, for doing that. She's actually volunteering at the Halos of Hope booth that is there. And this provides chemo caps or hats for cancer patients. So, you know, if you see her, go say hi to Sandy. And just wanted to thank her for doing that, or taking the time, because she's probably exhausted after being there all day to let us catch us up for those of us who can't
sit down
go.
And write down everything that's happening and stuff. So.
And so that was really cool. So our Hatch and Knit for August, enter your projects. That's so much fun. It's hard for me to keep up on because I love commenting on them, and I'm getting behind again. I got behind last month. It's so hot here. I'm outside so much.
Yeah.
Our Fiber is Art, our Even Star, you know, there's conversation going on in there. I still haven't started yet. I really want some of these projects off, even though I've started more. I might just get the hankering and just start it. I don't know. I keep changing I keep going back and forth. So
just do one row. Just do one round.
So if we haven't mentioned this in a while, but to get a video cast button, if you place an order through Wolf Farms, just in the comments section, you can put "I'd like a button," and we'll send you this one for free with a paid order. So just haven't mentioned it in a while, so I thought I would. And
stick it in the comments, and we'll send you out one free. So is that it? We're all done? Wow.
Yeah. Well, there's stuff I could still keep going.
Time flies when you're having fun, but I guess we'll wrap things up then.
Yeah. So go knit a pretty me blanket. I'm not going to let you guys off the hook. So until next time.
Let's get cracking.
And hatch a knit. Bye, y'all.